Hello guys, hello everyone. Uh, let's wait for a couple of more minutes. Let get everyone get started, and then we'll continue. I'm audible to everyone. Can I have a yes or no, maybe please? Okay. So let's wait for a couple of more minutes, and then we will start with our today's workshop. We only have 11 viewers as of now, so maybe we should wait for 10 and then we'll start, or should we start? Is anyone there from IST? Can they come in and help us to understand how many viewers are we expecting today? Okay, I've been informed there are about 60 registrations. So let's wait for let everyone else get joined in. Guys, while everyone is getting joined in, I would like everyone to please upload their resume on the link provided in the description below. You can go to description and there is a link below. You can upload a resume over there. So after that, we will start. We can get a live feedback on your resume. That would be nice for you to actually understand the whole concept altogether. Yes, people are getting joined in. That's nice. We got 10 live viewers at the moment. Let's wait for 20 and then start. Or should we start? Should we start or should we wait for a couple of more minutes? What are your views, guys? What are you guys? Should we start or should we wait for a couple of more minutes? Okay, guys, I've just got a feedback back from my ST team, and they have been recommending me to get started with the workshop. So, welcome to everyone. Welcome to Caff Geek. This is the YouTube channel which will upload daily videos on coding, which will help you guys for the interviews as well. So, we are starting with our today's workshop on resume building, a complete guide on resume building. So, let's start. So in any type of a resume building, what things you have to take into consideration are the headings, which should be the major concern for everyone else. It should matter description. That's one of the most important things. Should I go with description? Should is always important. It's also important to have an education. You also have to need to write in educations your internship and industry experience, where you go for internships or wherever you have gone for some kind of industrial experience. That's also equally important, which has to be there. Your achievements and awards. Don't ever forget to write about achievements and awards. These are the headings should be there in your resume. So what exactly is an achievements and reward? We'll talk more about achievement and rewards further ahead. It goes from your all the hackathon participations, or maybe your winnings of hackathons or some type of competitions, from robotics to other types of competitions. Your research publications, if you are a researcher, or maybe you might write some research papers in your career, that's also equally important. You need to mention about the research publication. Your research publication is also equally important, which will tell you about your interest to the interviewer. Your skill set is also equally important, and your technical skills. The difference between skills and technical skills is kind of a thin line. Which language you program in, or what type of programming you prefer, it's oops or it's functional or procedural, whatever the way you should go through. Your skills are more of your soft skills, I would say. How you communicate with one another, what fields you would prefer, or what type of environment you're looking forward to, or these type of things will come in under skills. So it can be your languages, what languages you speak, Hindi, English, Spanish, French, what type of how good is your communication is all about, how what's your presentation skills, your leadership skills. These types of soft skills, I would say, would come under skills. There should be time of technical education as well. Technical education is more of your programming language, or what type of professional knowledge you have in a particular field. Your volunteering work or position leadership experience, that's also equally important in case of resumes. So volunteer work consists of your, for example, all the students, those who are in ISTE. Okay, so over here the volunteer work would go with, let's say, maybe you're in ISTE, right? So okay, let me set the size first. Yeah, this would be nice. Maybe you are in ISTE, right? Or you're in IEEE, or maybe you are part of, let's say, CM, or maybe an NGO. These type of experience are really important in case of resume building. Of leadership experiences, what type of team you have managed, your volunteer experience. These types of things actually matter a lot during your resumes. Okay, there's one more thing which have to be taken into account is your miscellaneous. So what exactly is miscellaneous? For example, in my case, I was a local Google guide. Okay, so we can say local Google guide, right? So maybe you are part of an NGO, right? So you can write about that as well. Maybe in a miscellaneous you can tell about something you have done, some kind of venture, right? So you can go with some kind of venture, or maybe something which does not explicitly come under any of the profiles. If there's something which does not come under any of the profiles, that can easily be mentioned. So if it's get missing from any of the profiles from up to bottom, you can mention it under miscellaneous. Your projects. So projects are also basically of two types: your technical projects and your normal projects. So what exactly are projects? So projects are whatever you start. So let's go with projects, right? So projects can say consist of, I think yellow would be nice, right? So project can be your, maybe you have a team, right? So okay, no, I don't think yellow is nice. Pink would be nice, yeah. So we can say a team management, that can be a part of your project. So you can make a team. You participate in a fest, maybe, right? So you are saying my project is my fest, or maybe you're non-technical aspects of it, maybe film designing. So you can go with I've designed a film, video editing, or let's photo editing, or photography. So these all type of things come under projects. So those projects are also equally important in resumes. So once project is done, next things comes up in your technical projects. So technical projects is all thing you make. For example, you make an application, an app, you make a website, you make a robot, or maybe you develop an hardware altogether, or maybe say you make a software. These all things come under technical projects. Technical projects are also important aspects. One thing you have to always keep in mind is that technical projects, all these technical projects from here to here, all these technical projects should have a description, that what exactly you have done. So does your normal projects. Like these projects also should have a description. That's also important, right? These projects should have description to let the person who is reading the resume should understand the core concept, that what you have done in the project. Is it a team building project? For example, you have multiple teams in it. Okay, so we have, let's say, A, B and U, right? Or and C. So what was your part, right? So you, what was your part, and why were you part of this project, and how actually you become part of this project? These things actually matter to the person who is reading a resume. It's not only about, let's say, people would come and say, okay, you know what, it's about we build a resume, but why were you part of that project? Why were you part of that technical project? Why actually you build the technical projects is the whole aspect we're talking about over here. After these things, when these things get completed, you also have a decent amount of space for your hobbies and references. References are important to let the person know. For example, you have an, so who can be your reference? So let's say your ex-boss can be your reference boss, right? So your ex-boss can be your reference, or your maybe your teachers, right? HODs, principal sir, and so on. These all people can be your references. Never ever make references about family and friends. No family and friends. These people can't be your references. Never. Never make these people references. No family and friend can whatsoever be your reference. Keep that in mind. Companies don't appreciate when you are making your father or your anyone in your relatives to be your reference. That creates a negative impact to actually make someone understand, you know what, this guy might not have the accurate information to actually go ahead. So these things are important. References are actually important. Ex-boss, teacher, your employees, your employer, I would say. Employer is also the right word I would say to use, employer. So let's talk about hobbies. So what about the hobbies? Why hobbies are important? So hobbies are important to actually understand your aptitude. Okay, so let's say we need to understand your aptitude, which is equally important. Your hobbies. For example, you are a reader, right? So let's say you are a reader. So we know that you read a lot. So we know that you read books, you need blogs and everything. So these things are important. You are a reader, maybe you are a swimmer, right? Or maybe a cricketer, maybe you are basketball player, right? So we say basketball player. Maybe you are a football player. That's also right. So these things are important. Why hobbies are important? If you are a, let's say, football player, we know that you are fit. When you are fit, you work better. These things actually make company much more desirable towards you. Yes, this guy is more fit. He's not fat or he's healthy. Yes, being a fat creates some kind of discrimination between the companies, but that's not the case. When you see you're a good football player, you maybe you're a sportsman, which will make the person understand that yes, you can be active, you can work on fields, you can work on long shifts. This is important. When you're a reader, when you are a let's go with researcher, when you're a researcher, okay, we say researcher, you are a reader, researcher, writer. These things will also make an equal impact, right? You are a reader, researcher, and writer. This will make the company understand that yes, this guy can sit in front of one thing and work continuously for hours together to actually understand the project. So these things actually make someone understand it altogether. So hobbies are important, and so is everything else. So one thing I actually have not discussed properly was description and profile, how exactly it helps. So let's say what it tells us about. So it is important when you have no one around you. So for example, you are submitting a resume online, right? So instead of going to a resume, they can easily go to description and profile. They can actually understand that why altogether, what aptitude or what type of person you are. For example, I always write down polymath. Polymath means a person who has knowledge in multiple domains or fields. So that actually make the person understand about you. Okay, exactly who this guy is. For example, the people those who work in cyber security, right? So instead of going through a whole resume, I can easily go with, you know what, this guy can work in cyber security because it's written in the description profile. It can just write, let's say, 5 lines about yourself. Okay, these 5 lines give a brief idea exactly who you are, and that's really important in scenarios where resume don't get more than like 5 minutes or so to actually understand the whole concept. So these lines, these 5 to 10 lines, actually make you depth knowledge about the person's resume before going through the resume. So description and profile is important in multiple aspects, so always write about this. So let's move forward with, okay, so these things should not be there in resume. No personal information whatsoever. People always are talking about weight, height, birth date, age, sex, religion, place of birth, political affiliations. These things should not be there in your resume, no matter what. Under any circumstances, these things should be avoided. Your height or weight does not matter until and unless you're applying for model. Important if you are a model. Until unless you're not a model or you're like a actor, your height, weight, age, or sex does not matter at all. These things actually will make you a discriminatory towards the whole process of hiring. For example, someone is let's say sexist, so he would avoid hiring a girl or female for female employee as a matter of that. So never mention sex whatsoever. Maybe someone wants to only hire females, maybe someone wants to only hire males. So these will actually constrain your job opportunities, and it will also make a negative impact. That is it important? Is your religion, is your sex, your age or birth date tell who you are? No, they don't. They never tell who you are. If you think they do, then that's kind of sad actually. Right. Your place of birth also doesn't matter at all. Where you have born doesn't matter. Your political affiliation should never be there in your resume whatsoever. No, 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 no. It will actually make an extremely negative impact. That you are much into politics, you might not work properly, and so forth and so forth. Never make a political affiliation whatsoever in your resume. Moving forward. So these things should never be there in resume. Okay, never ever. Keep this in notice. So let's see what else we got. Avoid photographs. Yes, that's one of the most important things. Unless you think your image, the way you look, is important, or the way you appear, or way you, your color of the skin, or anything of that matter is important. Don't ever do it. Never ever make your photograph available. Yes, you can go forward with your provider URL of LinkedIn if your appearance is an asset. If it's not, you can always go with LinkedIn. Yes, that's the right way to go. You can go with LinkedIn, but no photographs. Never. Avoid photographs. It actually creates a negative impact on the employer. Yes, you can provide a LinkedIn profile. Again, I'm saying you can provide a LinkedIn profile. It creates your depth knowledge about the person, but no photographs. uh, like employers don't want to be part of allegation that it discriminated against someone because of the photograph. That's actually a negative impact. No photograph whatsoever. No, no, no. Remember it. No photographs. Actually, no one cares how you look, or they should not care. That's the whole idea. Let's moving forwards. This is one of the most important thing. Everyone make a mistake or spelling mistakes. No grammatical errors or spelling mistakes in a resume. Never do it. It creates a horrible impact because the resume is a sample of your writing skills. Again I'm saying your resume is sample of writing skills. If you have a horrible grammatical mistakes or horrible spelling mistakes, it will just show that you are not the person who can write properly or have a good uh, what do you call it, understanding of English language. That's why he's making mistakes, and that's is a huge downside in any resume classifications. You know what, there's an error or some kind of typo, so it would be horrible for the recruiters to actually know, get, okay, there's an error in the whole resume profile. Don't do it. Avoid such kind of instances in future or anywhere else. Okay, moving forward. So let's see some sample resumes over here. So these are the things I would like to talk a lot about. Is this your advanced, beginner, or maybe you're an excellent? Never do this. It would just make an extremely negative impact on the resume. How can you tell what is the level of your understanding in a particular skill set? So let's say I have C++ up to 5 star. Who actually have certified you that? No one has actually certified you that. That's just what you are saying, that yes, I am this kind of person. That's not right. That's extremely not right. Yes, you should have these kind of things. Yes, this should be there, your personal information, your address. Avoid your phone number. Okay, just avoid your phone number. Actually, it gives kind of uh, avoid just avoid your phone number being published anywhere. Always use your email IDs. Yes, this is the right way to do it. Email IDs are good. Avoid your phone numbers altogether, and never rate yourself in under any circumstances. Never ever rate yourself. Okay, you know what, this is who I am, or this is what I like to do, or something of that kind. Never ever rate yourself. Okay, I will just inform the screen got black. Is the screen black or it's a normal? I will just been informed by someone. Let me confirm. Okay, so we're talking about never ever update with like give stars or ratings or any of these kind of things. Don't do it. Avoid these kind of things. Okay. What about skills? Yes, you can mention your skills. We have already discussed about mentioning skills, but avoid giving yourself ratings or percentage. You know what? I'm 20% efficient. I'm 30% efficient. That's extremely absolute. That's what you think, right? You think you're good in C++. What I would sample the person who is in front of you taking the interviewers when having experience of 20 years in C++, then what? Is he like 20 stars or what? It doesn't make sense at all. So, never ever go for your skills or like you mentioning, you know what, 20%, 30% of making graphs, bar charts, stars, boxes, or what, like over here as we can see these type of things. This, how you know that you are not efficient, how you know you're so much efficient product strategy? Are you the person who actually invented product strategy or not? So no, don't do this. Like it's something I would say it creates a negative impact, that okay, what about this, what about that? So don't go with advanced, intermediate, excellent. Don't let the person know. If you think you're a beginner in something, you can always mention beginner. That's only thing you can do. You can mention beginner over here. Don't go with ratings. So I think I should mention it big. No ratings whatsoever. Never make for ratings. Oh guys, moving forward, make it simple. Unless and unless you are a designer or a UX UI engineer. If you are a UX UI engineer, you can play with your resume whatever way you want to, right? If you are not UX UI engineer, you don't play with your resume. Make it simple, make it smart, efficient. So these are some of the designs of a UX UI engineer. You can go with colors and everything only if you think you are a UX UI engineer, and this is what actually show that you know what, this is who I am, or this is what I make out of something and something or some form. So only go for UX UI engineer only and only if you are actually an UX UI engineer. Unless until, don't go forward with it. Okay. So if you're a UX UI engineer, you can maybe if you think your photo is an asset, go for it. You can, don't do this. Again, I'm mentioning don't do this. In any case, don't do this. Don't do over here as well. Okay, if you think you're a Unix engineer, maybe this looks good. Yeah, this looks good. You have a timeline profile and everything you over here. This is important. Your what do you call it? Your let's say the years, or maybe when you have actually participated in particular combos and may participate in particular competition or education. Your years are actually really important. This should be mentioned. Always try to mention these years. These is important. Okay, your position, your everything is important. Your years are important. Again, I'm saying, because this actually gives a timeline experience to the person to understand, okay, how you actually went through it. I got a question, but can we write that we have 5-star in language on some platform like Hacker and Coach? Yes, you can do that. Yes, you can write that in the comment section. Someone is asking me about this. So yes, you can do that. You can say yes, you got 5-star rating or something. In particular, that's someone has given you a certification. If someone has given you a certification that yes, you have 5-star rating on CodeChef or HackerRank, go forward with it. Yes, you can do it. Okay, moving forward. Let's see what we have else. So these are some of the sample resumes which I was talking about later, because these are good resumes, I would say. You can see over here, these have the your location, right? Your location, which is actually important. Also have the address, what's not address, it's more of a timeline, right? So date is important, right? So we have a date over here. Your whole contact is over here. Avoid phone numbers, but you can go with phone numbers if you're comfortable if someone is calling you. If you're not comfortable with it, you can avoid it. Your education, right? That's also equally important. We have discussed before that as well. So your date about everything is important. Your job title is important. Your location where you have worked is important, which actually gives the impression to the person who's looking at the resume that you're comfortable working in different states and different locations all over the India or maybe all over the world, which gives a good impact. So location is good. Your date should be there. It's important, right? I would say important. Always go with date. Always your location again. Again, here is date. So these are some of the sample resumes which give a good impression to the person. So it's a small description about yourself, right? The person has written it. So here's some sample resumes I've taken online. Go forward, make these resumes. You can use Excel to make these resumes. You can use Doc. You can use Latex. Use these type of platforms. Don't go with online resume building, free resume building. These are some stupid platforms which everyone is talking about. Don't go forward with it. Okay, you can just go forward with these types of simple softwares. Going forward, no images or doc files. So always I'm again telling you, I have seen these kind of mistakes people make. They send their resume in images or doc. Don't do it. No JPEG, no GIF, no ping or PNG or maybe some other platform, right? Always use PDF. No doc and images. Always send your resume in a PDF. You make a, okay, let's say how it has to be done. You make a resume, right? Make a PDF and send it. Always in PDF, no doc, okay, and no images. You can use website, right? So if you call about, yes, you can send a website. Some people also make their website as a resume, as a portfolio to actually understand and let the person know about, okay, how you are making it through it. So that's important. So let's move forward and see what we have. So these are certain things we have to be taken into account. So that's all about the resume building, right? So these are some of the important aspects we all talk about or everything. So I've also asked people to actually upload your resume. Again, I'm mentioning it over here, so you can easily upload your resume below in the description. Okay, upload a resume in the description. So we will look at your resumes and everything. So let's see who all have uploaded their resumes to actually have a review. I can review your resumes live at the moment, so you can actually understand what all things have been there in your resumes and everything. So okay, someone actually have uploaded a pic. That's all they have done. Yes, we have a resume. Let's talk about this. What this? Okay, someone has uploaded my photo. Okay, that's thank you whoever done it, but that was not important. Anyhow, let's move forward. So we have a resume of Aditya Dhanraj. Okay, hello, how are you, Aditya? So let's say yes, you have a resume and everything. Okay, I've just talked about it. Avoid these kind of skills over here, right? So avoid these kind of skills over here. Don't do it about this, right? Yes, this is good. You have mentioned years and everything. That's nice. You have mentioned about the location over here, as I can see. Avoid these. Okay, don't go with this. Your photo is really important. Do you think your photo tells something about you? I don't think so. Okay, personally, I don't think so that photo is something which tells something about you. But if you think so, then that's absolutely on you. I'm not trying to say you should not do it, but yeah, I avoid these kind of things. Tools are not really required. I would say don't go with these tools. Don't write tools over here. Hobbies are good, right? Hobbies are good. Declaration, no declaration whatsoever, guys. No declaration. People don't like declaration anymore. That's kind of what do you call it? A outdated form of explanation. That's obvious. You are writing something and that's fine. No declaration whatsoever. And I can write references over here. That would be awesome. Just write references. What references you should write? You can write references about, let's say, we have, let's okay, so we have your experiences, right? So you can write references about these people. Okay, the person you have worked with, this, or maybe you have web development, right? So you can write references about this person, whosoever is it. So write references. That would be nice. Don't write your declaration and everything. That's kind of an outdated form of writing resumes and everything. So don't go with it. Okay, someone has just updated right now a resume. I will look at it as well. So yes, it's nice. You have a self-motivated over here. You can see with this, right? You have a self-motivated, hardworking graduate seeking opportunity. No, don't sell yourself. No, 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 no. Write something good about you. I will give an example. Something what I have written. You can write something good. Don't sell. No sell. Okay, you don't have to sell yourself. You have to tell something about yourself. Okay, tell about yourself. Tell about you. Don't sell yourself. No selling. Not self-motivated, hard-working graduate seeking an opportunity to work in a challenging environment. No, you don't sell that. That's like uh, selling a soap or kind of thing. No, no, no. We are actually engineers. We are professionals, right? We tell something about yourself. That who you are. Are you the person who always seek an opportunity? No, you are just seeking opportunity right now. It's a current phase. It's not should be about a current phase. It should be a long, what do you call it? Whole expanded form. So avoid selling yourself. I'll give you a good example of it as well. Let's see if we have any more resumes. Yes, we got two more resumes. That's nice. We have, okay, we have already seen this resume. We have Mayank's resume over here. Hello Mayank, how are you? I think you're good. Let's talk about your resume. So Mayank, your resume is good. You have everything you have mentioned. Over here, as you have mentioned your education, over here you have mentioned your education, right? Is it working? No, it's not working. You have mentioned education over here, right? It should be what do you call it? Education should be in table form. That would be nice. Make it a table form. Okay, that would be much better. It's difficult to read, I would say. It's difficult to read over here at what you have written, but it's fine. Again, it can work, but I personally suggest that make it a tabular form. That would be nice and easy to read. It's difficult to read over here. Experience, yes, you have mentioned an experience and everything. That's nice. You have a fabulous experience. You have your date mentioned, your present. That's beautiful over here. But try to that this is good. This is good, but bold is important. Okay, just bold this in. I would say bold it. Horrible. This is horrible. Yeah. So yeah, it should be bold, right? You can just bold it. I got a message as well. In which format should we make resume? Two column, one column, which was better? It doesn't matter what format it is. Two column, three column, four columns. It doesn't matter. But avoid making three, four columns because it just got too much. What do you call it? Let's say heavy or hefty and traffic in it. I would say that everything is got over there and it's really difficult to read it. Resume should be easy to read. Okay, let's say easy to read. This is something important. All resume should be easy to read. Okay, moving forward with Meng's resume, we have projects over here. Yes, projects is good. You have mentioned about your technologies, that's also nice. You have your college responsibilities, that's nice as well. You have achievements, yes. Your languages, if you have, yes, interests in French and German, don't go with this. Your interest doesn't matter, no interest. Okay, let's write in this way. Interest doesn't matter, right? Why should I be interested in your interest? That's obsolete. The knowledge is not beneficial to anyone, right? If you're only an English Hindi speaker, you don't have to actually write languages. But if you would have also said, you know what, uh, I can read and write in French and German, that would be a thing which should be mentioned in your resume. But just going forward with your language, that yes, you know English and Hindi, it's not much of an efficiency, I would say. Okay, don't do this. Yes, you have your profiles. That's This is actually nice. You have all the profiles over here. That's a good thing. Okay, try to make it a clickable, make a hyperlink. Okay, this would be much better. Make a hyperlink of all these profiles. That would be nice. You can click anywhere and person would be actually moving forward with it. You know what, so you can see this, you can do that. It would be nice. Make a clickable, make a hyperlink so I can click it. Click. Okay, we can click on something, it will be much better. Okay, you have co-curriculars over here, that's nice. Shouldn't your co-curriculars be out there in college responsibilities? Why two different columns? Both actually make similar things. Volunteers and college responsibilities kind of one and the same thing. Your co-curricular should not be a different aspect altogether. Where's your certification? It is actually an important thing over here. The certification is important. Yes, that's nice. You have done a certification in something. That's actually a nice thing you have should move forward with. Else everything is nice in your resume. You have everything mentioned. Try to make it a bold. Bold these all these dates and everything. Bold it. Your mentor should be bolted. Your important information should be in bold. I would write over here as well. Okay, this is not so cool. Yeah, so good word. Important info bold. Let's go B, right? B, bold. Okay, so all information should be bold. That would be nice. So let's moving forward. We have a resume of Rishabh. Rishabh was chairperson of ISTE as of now. I know him personally. So Rishabh Bansal. Yes, this is one of the good resumes, I would say. You have everything you have mentioned. Yes, you have your dates. You have your positions. You have everything over here. It's a beautiful. You have given your education. That's nice. Education looks fantastic over here as well. Okay. Okay. Let's see what else we have over here. You have skills. Yes, skills are important. You have technical and languages skills as well over here. This is nice. Okay, this is not cool. Okay, over here. Yeah, increase it, I would say. Increase your these languages and everything. But it's nice overall. Yes, you have a basic infrastructure and everything. You can maybe increase your skill set and you can write over here. But yeah, it's beautiful. Skills are beautiful over here. It's mentioned nicely. You have projects. Yes, you have projects. That's also mentioned properly. Yes, you have what technology you have used in all the projects. You have all the hyperlinks as well over here. This is nice. This is something good, I would say. You have your awards and everything. Fabulous. I would say this is one of the best resumes I have ever seen. In fact, I have my resume as well. I would say it's the best one. Let's write it down. Best one. Okay, copy it, I would say. Yeah. Okay, I'm sure he has made this in Excel, I would say. Yes, he can made in Excel. You can make this kind of resume in Excel as well. Yeah. So it's a best resume. Simply copy it. It's a fabulous resume, I would say. He had done a fabulous job in the whole resume department. For sure. They have everything mentioned. All your important things are in bold. I think your team, your other thing should be in bold. The top team, this thing also should be bold, I would say. Little bit on the description side. Okay. Yeah. Uh, Little bit on your description side should be bold, I would suggest. Like, for example, over here, let's say we have this, right? So I think over here, what is it? Yeah, this should be bold as well. Go with this bold. The top 10 teams only, national finals and awards. So these things organized by Skyhack, these things can be in bold. This can be in bold. Maybe these little bit things can be in bold. I would suggest you can go with this also in bold. This is can be in bold. This can be in bold. The institute name, yeah, was over here already there, so it should not be in, okay. So whatever, but yeah, certain things can be in bold in this resume, which should be taken into account as well. Moving forward with it, yes, you can write this over 100, 100. These things can also be in bold. I would say this would look much better in overall experience, because the bold things actually take time for the person who is reading the resume. Okay, this is something important, and should your attendance, your attention should go over there. So your attention span actually decreases. So this bold thing can actually help a lot of students and the person who is looking at the resume altogether. It's a fabulous resume. Avoid leaving this space, I would say, altogether. Just avoid this space. Okay, just fill this space with something. It should not be left blank. It looks weird, kind of a thing. So avoid the space left over here. Okay, that's the only thing I would say left in the resume. Everything is fabulous. It's good resume. It's a simple, sober, and a classic resume. So let's see if we have any other resumes over here as well. No, everyone has. Okay, people have deleted the resume. That's kind of weird. Anyhow, so that's all for today, I would say. If you want, I can share my resume as well with you guys. So this is my resume. I've used my phone number because I've got no problem with anyone calling me at night on the day. So this is my resume. I have mentioned in slight colors, I would say, that I have mentioned everything over here. So this is my research publication. I mentioned my name in bold and everything in normal. The people can just focus on that as well. So we have Ministry of Science and Technology. We have this thing in bold. We have the important things everywhere I have worked on, like for example C++, Python, JavaScript. MATLAB is not much importance to me, so I have not given in this bold. Everything is in bold as well. So yes, I'm showing my resume and everything over here. So this is my resume. We have 9 CGPA and everything is in bold. Wherever I've scored good marks, I try to outshine myself through it. So I was chief head coordinator in BFest. It was much important, but chairperson is important for me, so I have this in bold. I have everything over here present. Like for example, all the years I have worked through. From college, I would say I was in head co-curricular, so 2014, 2016. Everything is in what do you call it, in timeline form. Whatever I've done, what I've worked in, these are things are there. These are a simple profile. I was talking about this profile. You can see over here. So this is my profile over here. It's kind of a simple profile. So I'm a curious polyglot, a polymath who like to learn and solve problem irrespective of field. Notable contribution research with mostly novel ideas that are usually out of box. Learning about new technology, brainstorming ideas and reading books is everyday job and hobby. So this is how I have mentioned myself in my profile, right? This is how actually I've shown that who actually I am and what I do. So this is an important thing which have to be taken into consideration, that who you are actually. Mention about yourself in profile. Your profile is actually important. Okay, so this is all about it. So this is head of robotics society. This is important for me, so I mentioned it in bold. Everything is over there, but I don't think it's much importance to me, so I've not mentioned anything in bold. So you can see over here, I've talked about miscellaneous, right? So this is a Google local guide, level 7 contribution. So that's why I mentioned it over here. There's one more error in my resume as well. I just saw it right now. Anyhow, but this is the space I have left. It should not be left. I should not have left this space. This is wrong of me to do so. But yeah, this is all idea about it. Looking forward to it. We have technical projects. All the technical projects I've worked on. The things which are important to me is in bold. For example, Raspberry Pi 3 based personal cloud storage. It's not that important. I've not mentioned it at all in bold. So all the things which are important to me I mentioned in bold. So about hobbies, people always ask me that why I have the hobbies in bold over here, right? So you can see all the hobbies are in bold. Question is why? So I have mentioned all the hobbies in bold because this is something which actually represent me altogether. This is something which tells who actually I am, and that's why I mentioned in bold. So it's completely on you that what you want to do with it. So I always try to mention my hobbies in bold because this gives the person to actually ask questions on it, and they have actually asked question on it. I have given about 3 interviews based on only on hobbies. They have only asked my hobbies about reading books, what books I read, what novels I read, what type of, like, how I'm playing chess, or why I like ice skating, how I'm a motivational speaker, or maybe running or online gaming, rapping and hip hop. They always talk about these hobbies to me, that what exactly you do and how you do it. So these actually hobbies have helped me get a lot of clarity in interviews. I also got a question right now. They're asking about the whole font size, I would say. So let's talk about font size as well in the resume, right? Okay, the resume. Okay, someone has again shut down the resume. Anyhow, so I think someone should shut down this as well. I don't think it should be here. Anyhow, so about the font size, yes, the font size is fine. Every resume has a nice font size. I would suggest you can move forward with your font size as well. If you want, I can just upload this resume for you guys to look at. So maybe if you want, you can just download this resume for your on good. I would suggest. Okay, so you can download this resume. I'm just uploading it over here. You can download this resume from this link, and someone should delete this again. I'm saying, please. It doesn't look nice. Anyhow, so yeah, that's all for it. If anyone got any doubts, you can mention in the description below, and we will talk about it maybe in next video or something. Thank you very much, and have a nice day. And yes, I was asking font size. It's fine. Font sizes, it's fine. Yeah. Thank you very much, and have a nice day, guys. Best of luck for all your interviews and everything in the future. And let's see you guys later on, maybe. So let's save it like. Thank you.